Good morning, everyone. I'm Victoria Hong. Welcome to Winging It Buffalo Style.
And I'm Joe Arena.
And I'm Allie Hartwig.
All right, did you guys watch it yesterday?
A little bit, I have to admit.
It was the end of a quarter century on television. Oprah Winfrey said goodbye to the Oprah Winfrey Show last night, and she was very emotional.
From you, whose names I will never know, I learned what love is. You and this show have been the great love of my life. I won't say goodbye. I'll just say, until we meet again. To God be the glory.
Oprah Winfrey called her final show a love letter to fans. She stood alone on the stage next to a chair, speaking to the millions of viewers watching, thanking them all for their loyalty, love, and friendship. Oprah now turns her attention to her new cable network, OWN.
Yeah, you know, for a guy that never really watched an entire show of Oprah, you know, in the 25 years, I was a little touched yesterday, I got to admit. And I texted Victoria, and I said, I'm a little choked up right now, I got to admit.
We exchanged it.
It's supposed to be our little secret. So much for
He's
that.
outed.
Cat's out of the bag.
He's an emotional man.
Yeah.
But you know what? There were parts of it that I thought were just so touching. And just, my 13-year-old was watching my daughter, and she said, you know what, Mom, I have chills going up in my... When she was talking about what you should be looking for in your future in yourself and being secure. I love that.
I'm just glad she did the show the way that she did. Just her talking to people, not like this blowout extravaganza, the biggest guest you could ever imagine. It was just her, and it was simple, and it was lovely.
And that's who we all fell in love with.
Yeah.
Oprah and her connection to every one of us. She looks at the, you know, at the screen, and it seems like she's talking to you.
My brother and his wife had a baby girl yesterday, and I'm begging him to name her Oprah.
Let us know. We'll keep you in touch. Yeah. Okay, we're going to move on to this one. Big one for parents. Video games and cell phones could be causing your children some physical damage. Researchers in St. Louis found that playing on Xboxes and Game Boys for an extensive period of time and texting on your cell phone is causing pain to children's fingers and wrists. The study's authors say the findings shed light on what could be a serious health concern for today's children in later life. And we were wondering about that. They are talking about the joints and the fingers and the hands and the elbows, and that later on in life, you know how important the joints are, and they're going to suffer later on.
I think it's so interesting that the muscles we use the most are our tiny muscles, like for dexterity and minor movements, not our big muscles that I think humans are meant to use to get from place to place. We're evolving into people that work so small.
I'm okay. I mean, I don't think that playing with a video game, you should stop doing it because of this. I mean, we type on our computers all the time. That'll give you the carpal tunnel. So I think everything in moderation will be okay. Because I played on a video with the joystick from Nintendo and all those other games, Atari. They all had them.
Absolutely. Okay. I think you're right on right there in terms of any kind of video gaming. I think you got to think of the physical now as well as the emotional and their inability to focus.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep you updated on that one as well. And did you know, just back from her honeymoon, Princess Catherine, she is also already getting a taste of royal scrutiny. You know this shot. This is a photo of Princess Catherine. They cut off Prince William and President Obama, but there's Princess Catherine talking with Mrs. Obama on the Obama's recent visit to London. And though we might not see anything wrong with the princess's dress, royal etiquette hounds are criticizing her for that, look at that, above-the-knee hem length. You can't see it there. There's no Catherine. Her choice of dress is also causing a stir. No big name here, no expensive designer. Nope, she bought the frock off the rack at Reiss for $340, and I just learned that dress went like that once they learned that she had bought that. I love the fact that she is sticking by her as herself. Yeah. She's frugal. She's not acting like she's a big star.
I think it's interesting. I know if I were a princess, I would be buying the designer stuff because I'm a princess and I get to. But I mean, it's interesting how the criticism goes both ways, because remember, Michelle Obama was being criticized for wearing too much designer clothing, and now Kate's being criticized for not wearing enough.
But Mrs. Obama also was heralded for her choice of buying things from H&M, and, you know, just the same off the rack. These are hard economic times. Everybody should, you know, kind of watch their budget.
Yeah, and after seeing that dress for the first time, they got to lighten up a little bit. There's nothing that scandalous about it. You know, I know
it's a beautiful dress.
Princess Di did a few low-cut things in her time and got got a little flack for it, but lighten up, guys.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. And you know what? Maybe that's why Prince William married her.
Maybe.
Maybe.